Hi guys, this is FNGR and I'm back with the Joker. Goes without saying, spoilers. There are those that can break down a movie without them. I'm not even going to try. So, 2 questions. Did I like the Joker? Will you like the Joker? Do you like gritty, bleak movies about comic book villains? Yeah, I know it's doing its best not to be a comic book movie, so I'm going to present you a challenge. If you watched this movie and liked it, ask yourself, would you still have liked it if the main character wasn't called the Joker? And from my own personal tastes, I do like bleak. I enjoyed Man of Steel, and I managed to sit through Suicide Squad and enjoy myself, though looking back, I don't think I'd be able to look you straight in the eye and tell you it was a great movie, or that I'd ever want to watch it again. You're not getting Deadpool when you watch this movie, and despite what some people seem to be saying no, you are in fact not getting a worthy successor to Heath Ledger. So the biggest problem in this movie, at least for me, is Arthur Fleck. Yeah, that's the Joker's character's name in the movie. The Joker, when he's the Joker, most of the time is just fine, with some really shining moments and a couple of eye rolls. Sadly, Joaquin Phoenix, the actor who plays Arthur Fleck, is saddled with, well, Arthur more than the Joker. Arthur himself is shy, shambling, he's uncomfortable, he's a bundle of nerves. I personally found watching the character or the performance either were to be an uncomfortable experience, and if I can be honest, it made me want to walk out of the theater a couple times. If you're the kind of person who enjoys watching cringe compilations, you're going to love Arthur Fleck. I've been in calls with pedophiles and people that were allegedly their mom when I've hunted pedophiles on YouTube. And I could say hands down, Arthur Fleck is a more cringy experience, and perhaps a cringier experience than I've ever known. Yes, I know Arthur is suffering from mental illness. Yes, I know I'm supposed to laugh at that. At least that seems to be the direction that the movie is coming from, perhaps, and I'm not. Don't worry, you're still gonna have a chance to judge me. Here's what I want out of the Joker. When I watch some kind of hero-villain dynamic, be it a comic book, a cartoon, pro wrestling, some schlocky BS on YouTube, TV, whatever, because I'm a terrible person, I personally like to root for the bad guy because he's not supposed to win. Be it Venture Brothers and their literal rogues gallery of villains, or hell, even Pokemon, I want to be able to root for Team Rocket. I'm on Team Bad Guy. I'm an easy lay when it comes to getting me to come along for the wrong side. Now again, there are 2 ways to break this down. Fundamentally, protagonists and antagonists, and additionally, what makes a good Joker. The Joker is at his very best when he has someone to bounce off of. This is basic antagonist-protagonist storyline structure. Whether it's been the Joker with Heath Ledger, Jack Nicholson, Mark Hamill, you know what, let's not forget to include Michael Emerson from The Dark Knight Returns, or John DiMaggio from Underneath the Red Hood. I'm sure there's more, but that's just a good sample pool. The Joker, despite being a dangerous walking murder machine, is someone I feel when I'm watching him on screen that I'd want to be around, whose charisma can hold me fascinated. And no, I wouldn't wish to stick around when the Joker starts doing his best work. While being clever and entertaining, he's one scary motherfucker. If you're telling me Joker is about pulling back the canvas and showing us that the Joker always was a failure of a man, who was uncomfortable, who couldn't function in regular society, and this was his only true calling, that's the movie's gotcha, and in fact, I'm not supposed to have a good time, congrats. I didn't. There's a comic out there called The Killing Joke that offers a possible backstory to the Joker. There's several, and that's by design. For any faults that one might have with the Killing Joke comic, I love it personally, it spends a limited amount of time in the Joker's backstory. That's the vast majority of this movie. But yeah, as for bouncing off of other people in the movie, The Dark Knight Rises, there's a stooge Batman character who at the end we get the nickname for being Robin. That character is a pretty big throwaway. I think it at least is one of the many reasons that it didn't continue, and that whole Batman series from the Nolanverse got rebooted. And yes, I'm sure there's more. That character had way more development than anyone in Joker besides Arthur Fleck. Everyone in Joker is a cold, uncaring dick. Hell, the most compassionate guy in the whole movie is a prison clerk, just because he wants to give Arthur Fleck his mom's mental records, but he can't. Thomas Wayne, who seems to be a stand-in for, I'm guessing, Hillary Clinton, there's a line in there that feels like a nod to the classic basket of deplorables. The movie doesn't truly commit to fully making Thomas Wayne a suitable heel. He gets angry at Arthur for creeping on his son, and is upset that Arthur's mom was a delusional nut that he just wanted to get away from. Can I understand Thomas Wayne? Certainly. certainly. But beyond Bruce Wayne's dad, he's some rich guy running for mayor who doesn't want some crazy guy molesting his kid. There's nothing there. I'm not saying I needed more specifically about Thomas Wayne, but that character's high average for this movie as for supporting characters. As characters go, besides Arthur Fleck, for fuck's sake, Arthur's mom's character goes from the mom character to the insane character. That's about as much character development as that goes. Robert De Niro shows up throughout the movie as Murray Franklin, basically Jay Leno. He's funny, his delivery is good. Again, if you want to tell me that the movie wants to get the point across that Hollywood types are somewhat empty, superficial shells that don't understand the everyman, okay, that's a good start, but the wake-up call to this is Arthur Fleck. Not exactly the best alternative, unless of course that's your point. To just shut up because the everyman really is a simple creature whose only real power is by sheer dumb luck that he can take down a greater man. Again, I'm just guessing, the movie seems a bit unclear. Speaking of that, just another knock on the movie. Arthur Fleck is an untalented idiot. At the start of Tim Burton's movie, the Joker is a mobster. In The Dark Knight, the Joker is a clever, precise mastermind. I've seen some fan theories that even suggest that he has some kind of military training. So we have mobster, soldier, and a crazy, insane failure. I wouldn't say that the Joker never had plot armor before. In The Dark Knight, Heath Ledger finds himself in a lot of situations where he turns out alright that stretch the imagination, but yeah, there's enough of the things going on where even if that makes you doubt or break your immersion, there's enough investment in the characters, plot arcs, to keep the audience invested. In Joker, there's a scene where Arthur Fleck shoots 3 yuppie kids, young adults, who are beating the hell out of him. It's not his fault. They are total douchebags. Naturally, when you see some rich assholes beating up somebody and they get shot, that's cathartic. At least it is for me. When Arthur goes from pathetic to in control, it's welcomed. And it's easy to empathize with Arthur catching his breath, having a moment. There's not enough of that in this movie. In The Killing Joke, the Joker's thesis statement is, we're only one bad day away from having our entire lives destroyed. In Joker, it's always one bad day. And the breaking point is the sense of relief. I think the real rub here. In these bleak stories, this is my personal experience, life isn't always that bad. Even the darkest times of your life, there's always some outlet. I guess in this one, I'm supposing Arthur Fleck watching the Murray Franklin show and peeling back that illusion, him finding out that his mother's delusional, him losing his job, him losing his meds, Arthur losing his therapy. Just seeing all these extra things happen all at once without any sense of hope feels kinda BS. If you enjoyed this movie, it's not like I'm saying that this movie's not without merit. 4 out of 10. And who knows, maybe it might be the best 4 out of 10 out there. See you next time.